Lil TYS was on his way up in the rap game and made history in the industry, but he was tragically killed right before he blew up and took everything to the next
Wait, he was killed? I thought he was still alive. Wait, what? I'm dead serious, did not know that.
level. It's a wild and brutal story, and today we're breaking it all down. Lil TYS was raised in Sacramento in a neighborhood called Northgate. It's one of the most active areas in the city, and TYS said in an interview that growing up there was wild because of everything he saw. TYS's mom and dad weren't really around when he was a kid, so he just made his own lane and had to learn how to move in the streets. He didn't want to air out all of his street business during interviews, but TYS got active at an early age and spent a lot of time locked up. TYS said he was in and out of juvie all the time as a kid. The first time he got booked was for evading arrest and selling a little weed. Then he came out and started kicking in doors and robbing houses, and his second arrest was for burglary and another weapon case. There were a few probation violations that got him locked up for a few months at a time, and before he turned 18, he'd already been to juvie 10 times. TYS was really nice at baseball and could have taken it far, but getting in so much trouble with the cops caused issues at school too. One time after he finished his juvie bid, TYS tried to go back to school, but they kicked him out and pushed him even deeper into the streets. He said that he wished he wasn't in the streets at all and had just gone professional with sports to make legit money, but unfortunately, that's not how it went down, and he ended up dying in the trenches. The area where TYS came up has a lot of gangs, but he repped the Nortes. The Nortes, or the Norteños, are a Hispanic gang that started out in the California prison system. Back in 1968, Hispanic prisoners in California split into two major groups, the Norteños, aka Northerners, and the Serreños, aka Southerners. The Nortes are also under a massive Mexican-American crime family called Nuestra Familia, and the Serreños are affiliated with the Mexican Mafia. The Mexican Mafia was created to protect Mexican-Americans inside prison, but then some of them started abusing Hispanic dudes from the north, and that's what sparked the deadly war that's been going on for decades. Some crews just focus on getting money, but the Nortes are known for taking out anyone who gets in their way. Back in 2005, a Norte affiliate named Andres Reyes was standing outside a liquor store with a rifle when the cops showed up. He wasn't gonna go down easy though.
Sorry, you said he was standing outside with a fake prop rifle outside of a liquor store. I was like, but that's different. That's some DJ stuff.
Letting off shots. Rhea killed one cop and hit another, and the police called in a SWAT team to take him out. Rhea was actually a U.S. Marine who served in Iraq, but the cops said he was repping the Nortes the entire time. Then in 2013, a Norte named Giovanni Pacheco shot up a Mexican restaurant in Salinas, California. 7 people got hit during the shooting, and 3 of them ended up dying from their wounds. Lil TYS was repping the Nortes, but he also had his own crew he started with some homies back in the day called Take Your Shit, and that's where his rap name came from. TYS hopped up to Port early, but he always knew he wanted to make it in the music industry. He started making his own songs as a kid, but after he got active in the streets, he was focused on making money. After he turned 18 though, TYS realized he needed to switch up how he moved. Every time he got booked in juvie, it was only for a couple months, but he knew that when he turned 18, the charges would start getting a lot more serious. He hopped in the booth and started taking rap more seriously, but he still needed a way to make money while he was working on music. TYS dropped his first video around 2018, and it racked up over 20K views in no time. He ended up deleting it over some gang politics he never really talked about though. He didn't come back to the rap game until October 2020. He didn't have any kind of deal or anyone helping him push the music, but TYS still racked up over 300K views on the first official video he dropped. Popping off like that ain't easy, and it was clear from the jump that people were rocking with his style. Hitting 300K was
My opinion. When I first heard about Lil TYS, when I first heard his music, bro, he was fire. I just never knew that he passed away though, man. RIP to him.
crazy, but TYS never expected what happened next. A month after he came back to the music game, TYS dropped the track Straight Bars and leveled up in a big way. It blew up immediately and ran up crazy numbers, and now it's sitting at over 6 million views on YouTube. TYS didn't talk about what went down in the streets in interviews, but he wasn't afraid to air it out in his music. Like on the track Afterlife when he raps, "You miss your partner, you can see him in that afterlife. The sucker died, we tryna creep up in the candlelight. You scared to dribble, you is not no real stepper. Every time we off a sucker, swear it make me feel better. And we know y'all isn't no drillers, y'all ain't never popped a thing. So quit playing, could die over the shit that you be saying. I lost my brother on some fuck shit, it's been driving me insane." It's not clear how much pressure TYS was putting on the ops in the streets, but he definitely had some crazy situations going on. One time he was throwing hands with an op and was allegedly winning the fight, but then the other dude pulled out a strap and pistol whipped TYS in the face. He went live on IG right after it went down to talk about it, and even though his face was all busted up, he still clowned the op for having to use his gun. TYS
So I'm about to say, I mean, he beat the op and then got a fake pistol whipped with a BB gun. So I mean, that's really a flex if you think about it.
S allegedly rapped about it too on the track 20 and said, "And ain't nobody ever pressed me, ain't nobody going to. Getting into it with suckers, but you know they ain't gonna shoot. Walk away, you going out, so tell me what you gonna do. They might have caught me lacking once, but that's the shit you go through." After TYS got his name buzzing in the area, he signed a deal with Empire and broke the record for having the biggest deal for any Hispanic artist from Northern California. Even though he was making moves in the industry, TYS
So I didn't know he was Hispanic. I thought he was like a part of like Racist thingy, the fruit weird thing. I thought he was a part of that when I first heard about him. Shout out to bro. Shout out to bro.
still had a lot of drama in the streets, and that's when his management brought him to LA to cool off for a while. They put TYS up in a mansion, and he lived there for a couple months and kept working on his music. TYS was doing everything right and trying to really take his career to the next level, but unfortunately, he still ended up going back to Sacramento, and that's what got him killed. In May 2020,
Same thing as when you come back to your hometown, it's the worst thing ever, man. Unfortunately.
22, Lil TYS was outside his apartment in Citrus Heights when shots started going off. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but rumors say a dude named Tony Diaz tried to rob TYS and up the strap first. Both of them got hit, but TYS tragically couldn't recover and was found dead at the scene. At first, the cops said that TYS and Diaz knew each other, but TYS's family says that's all cap. The district attorney decided to not press murder charges because Diaz claimed self-defense. He pleaded no contest to a gun charge and only got hit with a 180-day sentence in county jail. Then a year later, Diaz got caught with a bunch of guns and ammo after the cops raided his crib. And TYS's mom, Stephanie Lopez, said that Diaz is going to end up killing someone else because the cops never really tried to take him off the streets. What makes the situation even worse is that TYS's family didn't get any assistance from the DA. Victims of violent crime can get up to $70K to help pay for medical and mental health services, funeral costs, and lost wages. But since Diaz was never charged with murder, they never got help with any of that and had to pay out of pocket for everything. It's still not clear why Tony Diaz murdered Lil TYS, but rumors say it had something to do with the last thing TYS posted on Instagram. He posted on his story and was offering $30 for someone to print something out and bring it to him. Then he asked if any women wanted to be in a music video with him and told him to hit him up if they were interested. Some people think that TYS got in touch with Diaz about getting the paper printed out, and that's how Diaz got his address and decided to rob him. But according to a detective with the Citrus Heights PD, Diaz and TYS didn't have any messages on their phone or through social media at all. So the cops said, all of this info led us to believe the knowledge Diaz had of Jacob was primarily through Jacob's rap career and following via the post Jacob made. Being a rapper is a dangerous job. You never know who's watching your page and thinking about hitting a lick on you. And the more famous you get, the bigger the target on your back is. Lil
It's so sad it's like that, man. But R.I.P. to bro, man. I really did like his music though. R.I.P. to bro, man. Sad.
TYS had the skills and momentum to make it far in the industry, but tragically he lost his life before getting the chance to really make it.